Hey friends, today we are going to look at Grade 3, Module 3, Lesson 12. Our learning goal for today says, I can apply the distributive property and the fact 9 equals 10 minus 1 as a strategy to multiply. Let's get started. Today we're going to be using the distributive property and the fact 10 minus 1 equals 9 to multiply, along with using our tape diagram or our tens frame. Let's take a look at the problem 8 times 9. Here I can use a tape diagram using 9s and break them apart into two different groups. Here I have broken them into familiar facts, 5 times 9 and 3 times 9. Here I have broken apart the 8 into a 5 and a 3. I know that 5 times 9 plus 3 times 9 also is the same as 8 times 9. So 5 times 9 gives me the product 45. Then I can add it to the product of 3 times 9, which is 27. When I add those two products together, I can break apart the 45 into 42 and 3 in order to make 3 groups of 10, or the number 30, making my addition easier for 45 plus 27, giving me the product 72. So here I'm going back and I'm doing 42 plus 30 equals 72, making it a friendlier fact to add instead of 45 plus 27. Let's continue to take a look. Here, do I have 8 units of 9 or do I have 9 units of 8? Pause and think about that for 1 second. If you said 8 units of 9, you are correct. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units of 9. We can use the commutative property to know that 8 times 9 is also the same thing as 9 times 8. So when we think about multiplying, what do we think is easier to solve? 9 times 8 or 10 times 8? I might use 10 times 8 because I already know that 10 times 8 equals 80. Let's think, how many 8s are in 10 times 8? If we count, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 groups of 8 gives me 80. Now let's look, how many 8s are in 9 times 8? Well, now I have to write a number sentence that matches what we did. I crossed off an 8 at the bottom of our tape diagrams. I took away 1 8 and I subtracted 1 unit. So here I have 10 groups of 8 minus 1 group of 8. Now I can rewrite that sentence showing my products. I'm going to write 9 times 8 as 80 take away 8, going back to our original, which was 10 times 8. Take away 1 group of 8 gave us the 8. I can solve for that. What is 80 take away 8? And that gives us 72 for our product. So now I'm doing 10 groups of 8, which is 80, minus 1 group of 8, which is 80, where we subtracted that group, to give us 72. We wrote 9 times 8 equals 5 plus 4, take away 1 group of 8. We broke apart the 9 8s into 5 8s plus 4 8s. We subtracted 1 group of 8 And then we can write an equation to show our subtraction. We change the equation to 9 times 8 equals 10 take away 1 times 8. 10 take away 1 being 9 times 8. What I want you to think about is why did we change the 5 plus 4 to now equal 10 minus 1? If you said because they are the commutative property, you are correct. If you said that 5 plus 4 equals 9 and that 10 take away 1 equals 9, you are correct. So we are using a friendly fact of 10 to help us with our nines facts. Let's keep moving. Now I want you to try one on your own. What is 9 times 7? So let's think. What fact would help us here? One way we've learned to solve 9 times 8 was to break them up into 8s. Now we can do the same thing with 7s. We can start by changing the 9 to a 10, making it 10 times 7. Next, we could show 9 times 7 by taking away one group of 7. If you said that we took away one group, you are so smart. Leaving our equation as 10 times 7, take away one group of 7, gives us our product of 63. If you solved that right along with us, you did an excellent job. Well done, my friends. Let's try one more before I send you off to do your problem set. The last one we're going to look at is 9 times 6. I'm going to give you a minute to write that down on your whiteboard or a piece of paper and see if you can do that before we go over it. If I'm thinking of 9 times 6, what would be an easy fact for me to use to solve that problem? If you said 10 times 6, you were correct. Now let's see if you can solve the rest of the problem using the 10 take away 1 strategy to solve for 9 times 6. How would I show 9 times 6? Let's check your work. You should take away one group of 6. If you wrote 10 times 6, take away 6, you are absolutely correct. 10 times 6 gives us 60, minus one group of 6 gives us our product of 54. We were able to solve 9 times 6 by using friendlier facts of 10 to help us solve that equation and get to our product of 54. Awesome work, my ninja friends. Let's review. Today, we applied the distributive property and the fact 9 equals 10 take away 1 as a strategy to multiply. Good luck as you complete the problem set for Lesson 12.